Hi everyone, I am Priyanshu, and in this video I'll be analyzing a tourism dataset using Microsoft Excel. We will use formulas, pivot tables and chart to turn this data into meaningful business insights. Now let's start by calculating the profit. Now in the profit column I'll simply subtracting cost from the revenue. So I'll write H2 minus G2 will get the profit. I'll drag the formula down to fill all the rows so we have profit value for every booking. Next, I'll find the top 5 profitable and loss making transaction. Just select the entire profit column and go to sort and filter and sort it. So we get the top 5 profits. We will select them and then we can highlight their cell in green color and also change the font into dark green color. Now I will do the same for the transaction IDs also. Now I will again do the sorting and select smallest to largest. So we'll get the top 5 loss making transactions. We'll select them, highlight them in red color, change the font color into red and do the same for the transaction IDs also. And now we can go to customer ID and sort it from smallest to largest. So as you can see, the transaction IDs are clearly highlighted the top 5 profits and top 5 loss making transactions. Now we can use some basic Excel functions to summarize performance. First I'll find total cost, revenue and profit and average cost, revenue and profit. So I'll write the formula equals to sum, select the range G2, G71, so we get the total cost. Now I'll drag it to find the total revenue and total profit. Now I'll do the same for the average, equals to average, then selecting the range G2 to G71 and we get the average cost. We'll drag it to find average revenue and average profit. Now to find extremes, I'll use maximum profit. To find maximum profit, I'll use max and min to find minimum profit, cost and revenue. So we'll write max G2, G71 will get the maximum cost and also revenue and maximum profit. To find minimum cost, minimum revenue and minimum profit, we'll use the formula. We'll put the range and then we will drag it to find minimum revenue and minimum profit. Now to count how many hotel stay had a profit greater than 1,80,000, I'll use COUNTIF functions. So first I'll write hotel stay had having profit greater than 1,80,000. So we'll use COUNTIFS function. So we'll write the formula and we'll give him 2 criteria. First, that the service range should have the hotel stay and the profit range should be greater than 1,80,000. So I'll write hotel stay and we'll put. So this formula instantly tells me how many hotel transactions earn more than the threshold. Now let's move to logical functions and use to find the profit status of each transaction, that is which transaction are profitable and which are not. So we'll use the if function and we'll find the profits having more than 1,50,000 should be considered as high value, while rest should be considered as low value. So we'll give him the criteria and we'll enter. Now we'll drag the formula to find high value and low value. Now we'll select them, do the conditional formatting, and we'll select all the high value and we'll change their color to green. We press OK. So we get all the high value in green color. Now we go do the same for the low value. We'll write low value. We'll change the color to red. Press OK. So we got all the high value and low value profit status. Next, we will find high value booking. Now here I use the AND function. So I'll write the formula and H2, that is the revenue, should be greater than 3 lakh and the profit, that is I2, should be greater than 1.5 lakh. Now if both are true, then Excel mark the booking as true. So I'll drag the formula to find which value or which transaction satisfy both the conditions. Do the conditional formatting. We'll write false, highlight false in red color, press OK, and then do the same for the true. Selecting, doing the conditional formatting, then writing true, and highlighting the color font as green. Now, lastly, we will find profitable hotel stay. So here we will use if and AND functions. So we will write if and F2, that is service, should be hotel stay, and I2, that is the profit, should be more than 1,50,000. And if both the conditions are satisfied, then it should be mentioned as profitable or as other. So I'll press OK and we'll get the answer. Now I will drag it to find which transactions are profitable with respect to hotel stay and which are not. Do the conditional formatting. We'll write profitable, and we'll highlight them as green color. So with this we can see all the hotel stay transactions having profit of more than 1,50,000. Now I'll visualize the data using pivot tables and chart. We will select the entire dataset, go to insert, pivot table, select new worksheet, and our pivot table is ready to use. Here we will insert region in rows and revenue in value section. Now we go to insert, chart, and with this our chart is prepared. In this, we can see the revenue from each region. We can change the style and color. So I'll change the color of the chart. Extend it. And change the headline to revenue. Make it bigger so we can see the regional revenue chart. Now we'll choose date to see yearly revenue from each region, and we can also use the profit from to see yearly profit from each region. Let me shift it here. So we can change profit as the line to make it more specific. We can change the color to make it more visible. So with this, you can see we can extend it so that we can see the quarterly and the month-wise revenue and profit from each region. We can see from the chart the quarterly and the monthly revenue and profit from each region. So you can see that the eastern region has provided maximum profit and revenue in the month of December, and the same is for the north, southern and western region in the month of December. But we can see the central region has provided zero revenue in the month of November, and the northern region in the month of January. Now first we will remove date and the region part. And we can use the product and service to highlight which product or service has provided us maximum revenue or maximum profit. We can change the style. Okay, this will be suitable. So in this, you can see the hotel stay has provided us maximum revenue and maximum profit, and weekend gateway has also provided maximum revenue and maximum profit, while the adventure tour has not provided us that amount of profit. Now we'll put cost also in it. So to compare the cost and revenue. So in this you can see that the hotel stay has provided a maximum revenue, while the adventure tour has given us less cost to profit ratio. Next, I'll build another pivot table to show region versus product service. I'll drag region to rows and the product service to column and the revenue to the value. Now this pivot table helps us to see which region performs best for which type of services. For example, the western region might lead in flight booking, while the northern is weaker in the cruise service. And to see specific data of central region, we can choose the central region, and also we can compare it with the northern region to see which services or which product has provided us better profit from the central region or from the northern region. Now let us find our top 5 customer. In another pivot table, I'll drag customer name to rows and the revenue to the value. Then I'll right click on any customer name, choose filter, top 5 and change 10 to 5. We can see the top 5 customers contributing to the most revenue. A useful insight for building loyalty program and reward plans. Now, to make the data dashboard interactive, I'll add slicer to pivot table. I'll go to insert, slicer, and now I'll choose select region and product services. Now I can click any button like eastern or the northern region, and the table instantly filters results to show which customer booked the service from which region. Here I can also add profit to check which region has given me more profit in which services. So I'll use the profit to see the data. Here, this interactive feature makes the analysis faster and more user-friendly. In real businesses, slicers help managers to explore data without using complex filters. Finally, I'll use GoalSeek, one of Excel's what-if analysis tool. So my goal is to find what revenue level is needed to reach a total revenue of 3 crore. So here I go to data, and then I'll select the what if analysis, and then I'll go to GoalSeek. In this, for the set cell, I'll use the total revenue cell. To value, I'll write 3 crore, and by changing, I'll use a single entry. So here you can see the Excel automatically calculate what changes is required to achieve this revenue goal. Here I need average revenue of 4.28 lakh to reach the total revenue of 3 crore. So this was the complete analysis of our tourism dataset using Excel. We calculated profits, used formulas, created charts, pivot tables, and even performed a GoalSeek analysis. Thank you for watching.